No, I will see, guys. We're live. Is it
We're
working?
live.
Can
It's
you
alive.
can you hear them? Are they here?
Hello,
Please
hello.
tell me you say yes. 'Cause otherwise I'm seriously gonna cry.
My little nubby fingers are crossed.
Right.
Don't jump, Zorts.
Okay. Alright, so you can hear the boys. Yes. Yes. I can hear you can hear me, but can you hear the boys? Okay.
Yay.
That is something.
Yeah,
Alright. Now,
no
what I want to
jumping.
check, what I was testing is can you. Alright, chat room. Can you hear the little bumper thing? Or no?
Do it again.
I know you boys could hear that. Let me do it again.
Yep.
Chat room's not saying yes. Nope. This is the whole reason I was trying to test this.
Well, pick one. The boys or bumpers?
Okay, so
I don't know. The bumpers are really entertaining.
Yeah, they might actually vote. They might vote for the bumpers rather than the boys.
It's the bumper show.
bumpers. It's all about the bumpers. Okay. Let me just change that to that. So okay, so still can't hear that at all. Damn it, and I made a new one too. Okay, alright, guess what? You boys are doing it. That's it. We are not having any bumpers. I'm gonna throw it to you boys, okay? That's the way it's gonna be. Alright, we are running late, so let's do this. Alright, boys, you're both on
Yeah, let's kick it off.
do not
Yeah.
disturb. Okay, alright, here we go. Let's do it.
Iron Man. Bloodthirsty. Pacifist. You're listening to the WoW Challenges podcast, the home of the Iron Man Challenge. And here are your hosts, Stone and Leeta.
I'm editing, so I made sure I had to pause. Anyway, hi guys, hello, and welcome to the WoW Challenges podcast. This is 181. Today is Saturday, August 31st, 2019. I am your host, Leeta, and joining me this week is my co-host, Ster. Welcome, thank you. What can I say? Hey, Ster.
That's getting ready for the show's half the fun.
No, it's not. It's really not. I can tell you. So I apologize. Chat room. I have no idea what's going on, but it looks like we're going to do a new format for the show from now on because this is driving me insane. But anyway, enough. You blame. Oh, Taco blames Ster. Ooh, shots fired.
Ooh.
Ooh.
I see that.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Anyway, we have got a special guest with us this week. We have got Fiveiron here. Five, how are you?
Hey guys, so glad to be back.
Thank you for coming and having a chat with us. So we do appreciate it. It's lovely to catch up. I think the last time we spoke to you was when you and Taco were both on.
Yep.
Yes. Yeah.
Yep. Probably for the last 2 times I've been on.
Okay. Well, it's nice to get have a little bit of solo time. So thank you for that. So let's find out, what have you been up to since we last spoke then?
Well, mostly I've been doing contentless challenging, basically bloodthirsties and passies, and weird variations thereof, where I don't have to do quests. I don't have to go do what this guy wants me to do and make judgments and and research and scouting, and nope, I just do the same thing over and over, and it works for me.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
So, basically, I've been doing a lot of blood teams with Taco.
Mm-hmm.
We play once a week, if that. Sometimes we skip a week or whatnot, and sometimes we get in more than once. It averages to about once a week.
Yep.
And I've been doing I've got a whole bunch of BTs with greens that wear green armor, and I've only been playing a handful of those out of the variety. I've also got some BTs with vendor greens, which basically means they're wearing whites unless they can find a green item from a vendor.
Okay. All right. Gotcha.
Wait.
Gotcha.
Which is only difficult until you get to level 80, because as soon as you get to Hydral, you can buy a whole suit of greens. So
Yes.
it's a limited restriction pretty much. But even then, I still can't like just wear something I looted or buy or anything.
Mm-hmm.
Then I've also got a BT. I call this one Beast Mode. It's a BT that wears whites
Mm-hmm.
and only kills rare beasts. Specifically, rare beasts that don't require anything else to kill to get to the rare beast, which thins out the list quite a bit. But
Right.
I can do it. And if that one gets aggro, then I just run, and unless it's the rare beast, in which case I kill it.
Yep. So
Does that really limit your, I don't know. It seems like it would slow things down.
Oh yeah, it slows things down quite a bit. If a regular BT of mine is going around and killing all the rares, only being able to kill like 20% of them, yeah, that's a lot slower.
Mm-hmm.
I think that one's only level 17
Wow.
or 18.
Mm-hmm.
It's very slow.
Okay.
You're going to be just ready for classic then. It goes at about the same pace.
Yeah, I only like that one is on a bad server. I really could have done better on a role playing server where it's not shared, and a lot of times I waste my time playing that character. But whatever, it's a test. And frankly, if that character gets to level 60, it's completed its purpose. It's done.
Yep. Okay. Interesting. All right. So what else? So that's the bloodthirsties that you're working on. What else have you been up to?
Then I've been playing some Iron Loopers. That was kind of a theoretical thing that I just wanted to play out and see if it works. And it does to a point. It just gets boring. It's basically a pseudo bloodthirsty that it's actually an iron, and it follows the iron rules, but there's one quest where you go and capture sea dog orcs in Silver Pine Forest. And if you never hand that quest in, you can do it again and again and again and get 6 minions to follow you around. So what I do is I go get the orcs. If the spider's up right there where the orcs are, then I'll kill the spider.
Yep.
But otherwise, I'll then run past the hand in and kill 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 more rares before they disappear.
Yep.
It used to be really, really broken. They were all doing the same damage as my pet.
Wow.
And things would just crumple before them. And I was like, ooh, this is the... And now they've fixed it where like your second pet does half the damage of your first pet, your third pet does half the damage of your second pet, and so on and so on and so forth. So like the 7th pet doesn't do much.
Yep.
But that was an interesting... that was pretty much an experiment that I've left to sit.
Yep. Okay. All right. That is interesting. It's interesting to know these things.
The only thing you're missing is like a Groundhog Day challenge,
Yeah, that's pretty much what it was like, and that's why I called them loopers. And
Kobe says hi.
Because they're doing the same thing every time.
Kobe agrees. He says that that's probably a good idea. That Groundhog Day, he likes that.
Excellent. Then I've also been doing. Let's see. I started a gather passy, which is basically regular passy, just no quests.
Yes.
So all I'm doing is gathering, and in that sense, I have this much rest. I fill up the rest. I take a week off and I play it again. It's a lot like a Bloodthirsty.
Okay. And are you able to that you're then swapping professions? So are you doing it?
Yeah.
Okay, so you're jumping.
Well, No, I'm not swapping professions because there's no benefit to it.
Okay.
That one doesn't even have fishing or cooking, because without the quests, there's no experience benefit to those actions.
Yep.
Without going to Darkmoon Fair, there's no benefit in swapping them around like I do with my regular passies.
Okay, so what are you doing? Just herbing mining?
Yeah.
Yep.
It's pretty dull.
Okay. Okay. Sounds interesting.
Yeah, I don't mind playing slow. That if anything, that's a pattern of mine.
Patience. I would say, yeah, slow's a word, but I think patience, having a fair amount of patience, Five, seems to be one of the words that I would use to describe you. Patient. You seem to be very patient with a lot of the challenges that you set for yourself. So I find it very
I totally
interesting.
I totally agree. Because like just today, my orc warrior pacifist, he's a regular pacifist. He has no additional extra rules other than the fact that he's an orc warrior.
Yeah.
He's friggin' useless. So
a shout out to all fellow Horde.
I was flying around, and I was doing archaeology, and I located where the thing was going to be, like from triangulation and all this stuff, and I knew it was there, but there's all these guys going all over the place, and I just sat and watched it for 5 minutes, and one of these demons spawned and walked by, and another one pathed by, and then the one that spawned despawned, and then there was only one left, and I could go and get the herb. But it was like 3 to 5 minutes of just sitting and watching. So just to get one node in one site and move on and do more.
Patience of Job. Taco says insanity, but it's all, it takes a little bit of both. I think we've all got a little bit of insanity in us for certain things that we do, and but certainly Five's got a lot of patience. So
and that kind of brings me to one of my points, is that once you begin accepting the given restrictions of any of the challenges, all of the challenges prevent you from doing this or that, and you learn to adapt. And at that point, it's a real slippery slope to say, okay, I'm not going to eat food, or I'm not going to take teleports or flight points, or I'm not going to wear green armor as a blood, or any number of things that you can do to change it for yourself and make it more fun.
Yep.
Huh. You literally, you did just describe classic. I mean, today is like, okay, do I buy a new set of armor, or do I buy those new spells?
Yeah.
Because I don't have enough money for both.
Because you're limited.
You're limited.
And that's really imposed on you, and you have to say, okay, am I going to do this or am I going to do that?
Got to make a choice because you are limited. Absolutely. It's interesting.
And then my final limitation, which I'm really thrilled to see him in the state of the challenges, is my bloodthirsty passy, who does no quests and has no primary professions. So he's legitimately listed on both the bloods and the passy. He does have a yellow flag on the blood list for having 0 kills, but that's it currently.
Okay. Because you don't have enough restrictions on you, Five.
Right. So I was just like, can I do this? At first it was a challenge in the beast mode,
Yep.
bloodthirsty, to see how few things I can possibly kill
Mm-hmm.
and still get to level 60.
Okay.
And as I was doing that, I found a chest, and I opened the chest, and I said, wait a minute. What if I only opened chests? Wow, that would be really, really restrictive, but what the heck? I'll go for it.
Next, you should play with one hand behind your back and blindfolded.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. I was gonna say, so how many tunes are you running that are your restriction order, not per se as to what the standard challenge is? How many? Like, even if you say percentage, what would you say?
Including all of the bloods that I don't play much anymore, I would say that's about 40% that play under some variant restriction.
Yep. Okay. Interesting. Interesting. But I do like the fact that, it is, restrictions do make it more intriguing. You can change it up just because you might be doing an Iron Man challenge or a bloodthirsty whatever. You can certainly, just put that little tweak into it to make things not necessarily harder, but to see, can I do it? Can I actually do it? Yeah.
Yeah, that's how most of my variants start.
Yeah, that doesn't surprise me.
Yeah.
Oh, yes.
And for you listeners joining late, that is not Bob the cat barking.
No, that's
Bob
Kobe.
is not barking.
Bob
Bob
is
is
not.
not barking.
No, Kobe is he's most where is he? No, he's on the bed. It's okay. He's most out of sorts because Grandma and Granddad aren't here. So he's being very needy's not quite the word I want to say, but he's kind of like, well, I can't leave Mum. So if I can't leave Mum, that means I'm still gonna bark at everyone that goes past. So he's just, it's just like a little wolf. It's just like, hey, I heard something.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Such a high-pitched voice, but it would be funny if you turned the camera and we see a big, huge Doberman Pinscher or
Yeah,
Pit Bull or something like that. And it's my little doggy.
It is. He's a toy poodle, so he's not. Well, he's grown a bit bigger than a toy poodle. I'll see. Kobe, come here. Let me see if I can do it live. Let me see if you come. Kobe, come. He's looking at me like, oh, what's Mum want? Come here. Come here. Come.
Kitty treat.
Come here. Come.
That worked.
Quick.
Kitty.
No, he's seriously. He's giving me this look like, what?
No way.
Yeah, nah. I'll see. He might come towards the end. We'll see. He's not barking. That's good. Anyway, all right. So what else? 5. What else have you been up to? Is that pretty much it?
I wanted to thank Stone for introing me to the Kieran Tor server. That's where we have our improbable 4-player team.
Mm-hmm.
And
yes,
Team Nilefist. And I noticed when we were playing that there was like no one around, and I was like, wow, this is great. So that's where I created one of my loopers and my my reroll for the pacifist.
Oh,
so
okay.
So 5 Piggledies a reroll of 5 Higgledy, who magically died after you guys stopped counting last year and before you started counting this year. So he doesn't count.
It counts in the doesn't count pile. That's what that one does.
I got an asterisk on that one.
Okay. All right. Well, that's fair enough. Well, that's good. So you're setting up a few tunes over on that server. So, okay, that's cool.
Yeah,
That's cool.
It's a nice place, but the auction house market really stinks. So it's a mixed bag. All the rares are up. I get all these drops.
Yeah, no one wants
and
to buy.
nobody buys them. So it's a mixed bag.
Yeah.
But in the end, I get the experience. I move on. Hooray!
Yeah.
And one other thing I've been doing is I've been playing Torn, which is a browser game. I've been playing for about 12 years or so, maybe 13. And this year I've been picking up in activity after I joined a great faction group, and I've been racing there for a long time on the racetracks. I hold a handful of class records, and I until recently I actually held a world record. And if anyone's interested in playing that game, contact me in Discord, and I'll give you a referral. If you get to level 10, then I get a bonus. Yay!
Okay. So what's it called? Torn.
Torn.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it used to be called Torn City, but now it's just called Torn.
Okay. All right.
It's a text-based crime game, to put it simply.
Oh. Okay. Interesting. All right. Well, yeah. If anyone's interested, contact Five in Discord, and tacos. It's pretty fun. It's actually pretty fun. So
yeah. I referred cool. Taco and got a merit for it. Yay.
Nice, excellent. Okay, all right. Well, I'm glad to see that you've been like really slack and not doing anything. Five, like
Oh yeah, I've been churning out the deaths by not playing.
It's it's been some weeks get a bit like that though. Like sometimes it can be, which tune am I gonna pay? None.
I'll play this one for a little bit.
Yeah.
And then I'll play that one for a little bit. Oh, nothing happened. Okay, I'll come back to him later this week. And so on.
Yeah, exactly. All right. Okay. So now we've got a let's see if this works. I'm going to put up. So Five wanted to come and have a little chat about some stats and stuff. So numbers, because he loves his numbers. So let me see if this works.
Five loves numbers.
There we go. Hey, look.
What do you do in real life, Five?
There we go.
I'm a industrial designer.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
There we go.
So,
everyone can see the graph. So I've put the graph up, which is fine. No one can see me for a bit, so that's fine. Okay, so
you can read the numbers.
Yes.
And basically, now that everything is scalar, if you're consuming current content, and that means something that is offered to you and not of the previous expansion based on your level, then this is, I have a list in the forum of the scalar value of a quest that will be handed to you. I'm missing a few numbers, and that's pretty clear on my graph, but you can pretty much see the curve around it, and it's not a problem.
Yeah.
So what this is as of 8.1.0 when they again reduced the XP squish and made new values of how much experience it takes to get to a level.
Yeah.
The scalar values do not change across expansions. So the amount you're getting is the same. The amount that you need to fill gets smaller. So this is the current curve.
Yep.
And it kind of shows that basically, it gradually goes up, and then at about 65 it gets steeper, and then at about 80 it kind of levels off a bit, and then once you're over 100 it really levels off, and then at 110 it just jumps by 13 or 17 or so and stays at 50 for the last 10 levels of the game.
Yep. It's a huge jump. Looking at that.
Yeah, that one's really noticeable.
Yeah.
As far as anything else, and it kind of represents the idea that Blizzard wants you to get to the new content, and then here's your challenge. Have fun in the new content.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Wow.
Interesting.
But
All right.
basically, like, I can take this and, okay, my 39 BT passy. If you look up at 39, that's at about 14 scalar quests per level.
Mm-hmm.
And because a rested chest gives the value of 2 scalar quests, I divide by 2. I have to do 7 chests to get the next level.
Okay.
So it kind of helps me plan. If I get 2 chests this day and 2 chests this day and 1 chest that day, okay, I can take a day off and I'll still be able to get chests in to get my ding by the end of the week.
Right. Huh.
And the same thing applies to like, that's a really, really specific example that nobody else but me does. So let me put it into a better perspective.
Yeah.
That'll be helpful. Okay, now clearly 1 quest is 1 scalar quest.
Mm-hmm.
You go and do a quest. There's that. So if you go someplace and you do 14 gather quests at level 39, then you've dinged.
Yeah.
If you are killing things, that's going to add incremental, and roughly a kill is somewhere between a 12th and an 8th of a scalar daily.
Yep.
The kill value is really hard to track because its relation is all over the place, up and down, but it's between a 12th and an 8th.
Yep.
And of course, exploring is 10% of a scalar quest.
Yep.
A rested herb or mining node is 20% of a scalar quest.
Mm-hmm.
A rested arc node is 50% of a scalar quest. 1 vanilla site, which contains 6 arch nodes, is equal to 3 quests. So
Okay.
you can that's easy. You know, if it's taken me 33 quests at level 100, that's 11 vanilla arc sites.
Okay. All right. Yep.
You're doing that. In vanilla, a rare kill that's 1 level higher than you in the first portion of a level, that's 114%. It's roughly 114% of a scalar quest. And a vanilla rare kill in the higher portion of the level, when it's 2 levels higher than you, is about 121% of a scalar quest. So you can math that out and say, okay, I have to kill this many rares to get to the next level, and so forth. And a chest, as I mentioned before, if rested, is equal to 2 scalar quests.
Yep. Wow.
So you can compare what you're doing in any quest at any time to the current quest value, and you can determine the quest's percentage value. The really easy messenger, go see this guy, go talk to that guy quest, those are like 5% or 10% of the quest value. And at the end of a zone, the boss quest can be like 125%, 150%, or even rarely 200%. Sometimes when you compare the content of an entire zone to the scale value, you'll find out that the entire zone has a 25% quest XP modifier, that's great. That was put in place during the Kata revamp.
Mm-hmm.
And so basically, Lochmodan is the one that I really know has that. And in fact, some of my irons in the past have held on to as many as 11 quests through from like level 20 to level 58. And then at level 58, I came back and handed in a whole bunch. And I was like, yay, I got like half. But at that same time, the number of quests that I had to do to get to the next level had increased. So it only gave me half a level at level 58, but that was a denser level of content that I was able to push through by holding on to quests and handing them in later.
Okay.
Huh. So, to be devil's advocate,
Always, Ster.
Yes, today, the 50s are so freaking slow in just plain regular Iron Man. The 50, I mean, you zoom, it seems like, 10 through 40, but when you hit the late 40s and the 50s, it just drags on and on and on. And then when you hit 60, it's like you hit the nitrous oxide and it's like boom, I did 60 to like 90 in like 2 days. It just flies by. It's just it is so night and day.
That in itself is really amazing, Ster.
He's a machine.
It's just real world though. I mean, it's just the 50s are slow and the Outland North End is just so fast.
Yeah, I think some of it has to do with better quest clusters and content bursts, like go do these things and come back, and then go do these things and come back, and then move on to the next place and do the same thing.
Yeah, and zones like North End are just so generous with treasure chest, and I can farm Zangamarsh for treasure chest and come out a couple of levels because it's just so generous. Where other zones are just void of chests. It's just you're not going to get points that way.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay. Interesting. Okay. Well, I mean, these things they're good to know. Thank God, like someone said in the chat room, it's a lot of maths, and honestly, I admire you for doing it. I'm glad that we've got someone who can relate the big numbers and put it into the simpler form 5, just by you saying,
basically this is the trend, and I really have a bit of insight into that because I have characters that just do this, that just do that, that they don't vary what they're doing. They don't have mixed content, and I can actually count, oh, this is what I'm going to have.
Yeah. Wow.
Yeah. For those listeners who have just joined the show, I'll sum it up for you. You're going to die.
Hello?
Wait, I'm going to die? Yes, you are. You're going to shoot your eye out, kid.
Yeah. Hello. You're right.
Oh, I tend to do that every now and then.
Oh, okay. That's okay. That's right.
It's a bug in Discord, and I just go deaf.
Oh, okay.
Taco loves it when I go deaf and I stop paying attention, and I'm just keep on killing things, and she's like, hello, and she like resorts to group chat. She loves that.
Nice. Oh, it's all good.
Yeah.
It's all good. Yes, sorry, what were you saying?
You're gonna die.
Yeah.
I summed it up for you. 5.
Yeah.
Numbers, dead.
Yeah. Numbers can be finite.
Yeah, boo. They can be real too.
Yeah. Very, very interesting though. Breaking it
Let's
down.
keep it.
Breaking it down into, like chests and rares, vanilla rares, and exploring and like percentage. For me, that was fantastic, 5, because I don't pay so much attention to the numbers of things. I know that I've got to get kind of this many, if you know what I mean. Like it's like, yeah, I kind of need this many, but I don't break it.
You count your kills. You count your kills, which
Yes.
is one thing which I don't go to count because it's not as steady.
Yeah.
A lot of times if you're killing the same mob, it'll be this level or that level.
Mm.
Like it's not always just this level.
Yeah.
Sometimes some mobs are just this level, and some of them are give or take one level.
Yeah, and then there's also the occasional glitch zone like Winter Spring, and this is a pro tip, everybody. Winter Spring will pay treasure chests at full scale, full price until level 85 to 90. So you get over to Winter Spring at level 40ish, you can mine that, and once you learn the loop in Winter Spring, you can walk away with 4 or 5 treasure chests per.
That's really far better
Yeah.
At 60 plus. I mean, if it doesn't drop off with scale at 60 plus, then you got flight, and you can make that loop so much easier.
Oh yeah.
If you got flight.
Yeah,
that is a
it
nice
doesn't.
trick for treasure chest.
Yeah.
Yes, and it doesn't degrade until 90ish. So
Mm.
so if you see high levels in
Okay.
Winter Spring, it's because they're farming treasure chests.
Good to know.
Wow.
There we go.
Nice tip.
Yeah, really good tip. Thank you, Ster, for that. Awesome. Alrighty. Okay, so then 5, how has your week been? In game.
Pretty busy.
Yeah.
The retail servers have been delightfully sparse
Oh, funny about
because there's this new game called Classic, and people are playing it.
that.
And so I found like 95% of the rares that I was looking for, and
Yeah.
and I found more chests this week than any other week, and
Nice.
it's just been great. Log in and I get 2 of them. So
Nice.
yay, I got 2.
Yay.
One day I got 3 on a login, and I was like, that's it. I'm done.
Go buy a lotto ticket.
So pretty much every day I've been playing my scouts to go look for chests, and then my BT passy to go collect on it. That I've actually got 2 scouts in Darkshore, and one of them covers the north and one of them covers the south, and they'll go into the caves and kill stuff and take the chest there. The scout will take the chest because the passy can't get there. And the ones that the passy can get to, they'll leave it alone and log out, and the passy comes and sneaks and saps and gets what he does. So he got to level 39.
Nice.
And about 4 days a week I played my passy 5 Piggledy. He's been doing Dalaran dailies, Argent Tournament dailies, Kalawak dailies, just the basket one. I don't go get the pups. That requires stealth or crowd control or something tricky.
Okay.
And he's been doing the Undercity fish and cook dailies because for the Horde side, that's the only one that doesn't occasionally offer you something that you can't do as a passy. Like, I don't know, kill rogues or kill a stag and use its bladder as bait, whatever. I don't know.
Yes.
Silly stuff.
Yeah.
I also got a recipe for the delicious chocolate cake, and I made one today.
Yes.
That was delightful. And I got a jeweled fishing pole today. So that's a lovely blue to not equip and just put in my bank and look at. It's pretty.
Yes. It's pretty.
Hooray.
That's right. Put it in the bank. Yeah.
And on Tuesday, Taco and I played Blood Teams. We we played Interface in Eastern Kingdoms. Got a ding. We played Grade D but edible in Kalimdor. We got a ding, and we played 5-Finger Death Taco in Zuldrak, and did not get a ding.
Okay. How far through the level?
We're about halfway.
Okay.
I think.
Because you dinged last week, yeah. So. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it was. I think it was last week. Yeah.
Yeah, I think we did. Usually, what we try to do is we log in and we'll play the little guys and we'll play the middle guys, and then we'll log into the big guys and we'll play them until we're sick. And we'll start with a lap around Zuldrak where I'm looking for treasures. And then we settle into are and we pretty much take turns with the treasures, and we
Mhm.
random if we're close.
Nice.
That's always fun. Then we settle into where we kill, and we just stay there.
Nice.
Yeah,
Excellent.
that's a
Yeah.
lot of fun. Then today I played my beast mode blood and
Mhm.
my gather passy. So that was my
Well
week.
done. Very nice and busy. Excellent.
Really?
All right.
Really?
Well, thank you. Thank you for that. And thank you for all the information on the stats and helping, well, I know for me anyway, understanding a little bit better. So I appreciate that. So thank you for that.
Happy share.
Stir.
Hey.
I don't think you've been that busy this week, have you? Really?
No.
Nah.
No.
What
no.
have you been doing?
Well, you know, one word sums it up: classic. Like everybody else, jumped into classic, and thanks to everybody who helped us get the WoW Iron Man Guild going on the U.S. Alliance side. And we've got 22 members so far, so we're growing.
Nice.
And in fact, right now, Lucy, Lynn, and Assie is online right now playing. So I started a classic rogue and promptly got her killed around level 8. Mostly because of respawns. Have you know, classic is so fun from the perspective of all the memories. You think, oh, I forgot what Menethil Harbor looks like when it's not flooded. You know, I mean, as an example. And by the way, those boys at that harbor should buy some flood insurance because it's coming.
Yep.
Yeah. And you know, just but it's also frustratingly, you forgot all the little shortcuts that retail has, you know, everything from a mount at level 20 to would you please show me where the quest givers are? Because you can miss an entire quest chain because you didn't know you need to climb to the top of a tree.
Yeah.
Because there's a quest giver there, you know, because it's not on the mini map and things like that, and or where to turn it in. And so I heard some people whining in the local chat, and it said, well, read the quest text, you moron. And I'm like, okay, you could just tell me he's at the top of the tree. You know, I was like, oh, okay. But it's been fun, you know. And have you noticed how pleasant everybody is? Everybody's buffing you left and right. And
Everyone wants to give you a buff. Here, have a buff.
Yes.
It's like, thank you. No,
Yeah.
thank you.
You can be,
No, I don't want
yeah.
a buff.
Yeah, it's the return of the world buffs.
Yeah, and you can be standing around minding your own business, and boom, you get 3 invites to a party. You know, hey, there's a dude over there. Let's go kill him! Yay! And so it's fun, and I'm now up to 14, and I absolutely hate Dark Shore. It's just a yucky zone, and so I was online earlier today, and I saw Lyson. His priest was 14, a night elf priest, and he's in Ironforge. Lyson is in Ironforge. I'm like, WTF? How'd you get there? I swam. so he swam from Menethil Harbor over to Westfall.
Oh, of course.
So that there's your pro tip from Lyson.
You don't want to be running that. I died 3 times getting to you in Menethil Harbor the other day.
Yes, that crocodile or the orcs will get you, one of the two. So but on a calmer note, my little rogue on retail is now 118. So yay.
Nice. Well
Great
done.
Ster.
Yeah.
That's fantastic.
I can see 120.
Yeah.
So and by the way, I have been keeping a diary, if you will, and I've turned it into a leveling guide. So when I ding 120, it'll be a patch 8.2 leveling guide, how to get from 1 to 120. And I'm giving out free copies to, you know, people in Australia. You know, starts with letter A. So, just saying.
I did see that someone had named something after you. I did think, I don't know if that tune's still alive or has he killed it off?
He probably killed it. No, well, he's online right now. So he is letter O. Hey, they moved all the things. He's level 11.
Okay, so it must be the same one.
So
must be.
Don't worry, Ster. in the course of human events, there's always time to mess it up.
Yes. That's true.
So
That's true.
so who's the highest at the moment for
Let's see.
so 14? Is that the highest, or has Lucy Lynn and
Well,
or
Lucy,
Lisanne gone past that?
both Lyson and Lucy Lynn are at 15.
Yep.
I'm at 14, and then next is Assy at 11.
Okay.
So,
All right.
yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Interesting.
The normal crew that you would expect to be at,
And I mean, technically, was it yesterday that was the world first? Was it yesterday or the day before that someone got the world first of actually hitting 60? I think it was a no mage from memory.
Yeah, I think so.
So yeah.
Yeah.
It's kind of like, well, it's slow. Like it's a slow process.
You can, yes, but you can always find those brand new max characters because they always hang in Stormwind right next to AH dancing, so that, hey world, I'm here, I hit max level. It's like, sort of like when they get their new mounts, they're
and stand on the
Stormwind
mailbox
by the fountain. Yeah. Yeah. So,
right,
but
right
that's it for
over.
me. So what about you?
Oh, look, what have I done? Look, I have to say I'm a little bit heartbroken because I go back to work tomorrow, so I kind of feel like I'm not prepared to deal with going back to work, and not that I have been playing all my holidays. I haven't had a massive wowcation as such. I've certainly had aspects of my holidays where there was a couple of times that I would just sit and just be like, family, do not disturb. Like, seriously, leave me alone. I don't want to deal with the world. I don't want to do anything. Just want to play my game. But that was very few and far between. So, yeah, real life. I've got to deal with that tomorrow. So that's going to be fun. However, this week I did...
In the meantime.
I did, yes. So I'll start with, I must admit, a lot of my time since Tuesday has been not in retail, and I was getting a little bit like, oh, I'm neglecting my girls, which I do have I know I have a habit of, you're an alcoholic. It doesn't matter where you make another tune, it's just like sometimes the other ones get a little bit not forgotten, they're there, but it's like, oh, get back to you, I promise, one day. So I thought I'd give my passies some love. So my Tauren druid hit 35 this week, so that was good. I did that early in the week, so I kind of don't feel guilty about her, but I was starting to feel a little bit guilty because I hadn't hopped on to the big girl. So I spent all yesterday getting her the level to 88 on the Night Elf Road. So...
Way to go.
Yeah, so we're getting there. I did a couple of quests that I was a little bit unsure of. I picked up a couple of quests I wasn't sure and ended up dropping because I felt that the wording of what they wanted me to do was like, yeah, that sounds too much like a possible kill quest. So I left
Which one
those.
was it?
I don't know. There was one over in Half Hill.
Okay. Yeah, a lot of those are mixed.
There was actually, I think there was two, and I ended up just going, you know what, I'm not going to chance it. So if in doubt, just drop it. And I wasn't able to talk to Fair or to you, so I was like, I'm not sure. I'm just going to leave it. So I can't remember which one, Fair. I mean, I'm sure it's still there. But, yeah, so I got them done. I did play some Bloods last night, so I was a good girl, and I did do some stuff. So my Gnome Warlock hit 26. My Kulturan Hunter hit 27. And I must admit, the Bird of Prey is a damn good pet. That pet is, like, seems to just slice through, even at this level. So again, I don't know.
What's its special ability?
Just kill stuff real fast. I don't know. I can't remember. But look at, go and have a look, and I'll have a look online and I'll let you know, because it just seems to cull through stuff much quicker and seems to maintain its health better than the turtle or the gorillas. So I don't know. But anyway, on her, I've not changed the pet. So I'm just like, I'm leaving it at the moment. It's working. We're good. On my Lightforged Draenei Hunter, she did 52. So I've got the turtle on her. And yeah, the turtles, because it is definitely squishier than what it used to be. But, you know, you get used to it after so many levels. So, but the Bird of Prey has definitely been quite good. I just can't remember what its special does. But it seems to take stuff down. Tank and take stuff down really quite well. So, other than that, so I did get some normal stuff done, which was good. However, we have been playing Classic, which honestly, I was all like, yeah, I'm going to play Classic. So this was me. Yeah, I'm going to play Classic. Yeah, I'll probably roll, you know, I'll probably just have, you know, one toon over here, one toon there. We're right. It's cool. I'll play it once, you know, once a week. Excellent. Yeah. Blizzard goes, choo, like this, you know, like doot, 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 and Leeta's gone, it's mine, I'll take it, I love it. So, yeah, I've spent quite a bit of time in Classic. So I've got my normal toon, which is an undead warlock. I have got, the Horde guild for challenge toons is an undead warlock. I've got the human warlock over to help on the Alliance side for the challenge guild. And then, because, you know, obviously I don't have enough. I have rolled both 2 warlocks for the irons. I haven't started them yet. But I decided yesterday or the day before, I can't remember. I decided that we would start on a pacifist, on a bloodthirsty, and to see how we go, and see at what point that, you know, how we're going. So I actually dinged level 6. So it's slow. It's very slow. And haven't seen any rares. I don't know if I would be confident to take down, but I'm rolling a human warlock on her, so we will see.
Really, I think that a majority of the rares that I'm familiar with in retail aren't even present in Classic. And the ones that were present in Classic are the ones with like the 4 to 6 hour spawn times. I mean, like that. I think it's a whole different world.
Yeah.
But you're finding that out.
Yeah. I'm actually just grinding on trying to find humanoids. So any humans, because cloth and money.
Are you able to find a good variety of things that are lesser than you that you could like take on weaker opponents because they don't scale up?
I'm only at level 5. I'm in Elwyn, so I'm just near Goldshire, and I've been killing the Defias. So I've been killing them and going down to the mine and killing the ones in the mine as well. So I've just kind of been going back and forward, because as much as I could stand there and be killing, like the balls are yellow, yeah, I could stand there and kill the balls till they come home, but they're not giving me anything other than XP. So they're giving me meat. That's okay, but what I need is to keep that tick of having some money, because I'm not questing, so I'm not getting money through questing. I've got to keep doing, so that's what I'm trying to do, to get a little bit of money so that I can buy, buy the spell, buy the warlock spell.
And the armor and everything.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So it's, yeah. And plus I've got grimoires that I've got to buy for my demon. Excellent. I completely forgot about that with warlock. When I went to get my training on my normal, no, I think it was on the challenge tune Horde Leeta, that I went and I was like training, and then I'm like, oh, demon trainer? What was the demon trainer for? And I open up, I'm like, grimoires everywhere, and I'm like going, oh my lord, mind blown. I completely forgot I also have to buy stuff for the pet. I was like, oh my god, there goes my money. That's right. That's why I was broke until I realized how to start making money. So yeah, and then I had another complete brain fizzle as to when you buy your spell, if it's a different rank, remember to put that rank on your bar. So I was running around, these were not on the Bloodthirsty, but I was running around with a friend of mine yesterday, and I was like struggling, thinking, why is it taking so long to get this certain mob down? And it was only afterwards, when I went to get the next lot of training, I still had Shadow Bolt rank 1 on my bar. I was now buying Shadow Bolt rank 3, so I had to, but I've completely forgot to put 2 on my bar, so I'm running around killing everything with Shadow Bolt rank 1. So I'm like, well, it's good to see that I'm at least playing my normal tunes in a challenge type of way. So yeah, so that was quite interesting, but lots of very moments of, oh my god, I remember this, as opposed to also, oh my god, I remember this. So there's that level of a bit of both, a little bit of both.
Yeah.
But I'm loving
You should have
it.
seen. You should have seen the look on my face when I went behind a NPC and hit sap, thinking like I've always used sap. Well, right now when you use sap, you come out of stealth and you enter combat, and you're like, wait, whoa, no, I just wanted to make sure they didn't move. I don't want to fight them.
Yep.
It's time for sprint.
So there's definitely a lot of changes. So it's
that's
been interesting. Five, are you doing classic, or you're not worrying about it?
No, not worried about it.
Nope.
I think the rest of the world is richer.
Yeah. No, that's fair enough. I've got some people who lots of friends who aren't interested at all, and I've also got others that, like me, just kind of went, we'll do some, and then be like, yeah.
I may get around to it.
Yeah, it's kind of like going back to the original StarCraft, and another Blizzard product, and it was fun in its time, and it was cute. Then StarCraft 2 came out, and once you've gotten used to that, going back to the original StarCraft it's okay, but that's not what I'm going to play. So it's kind of like that. It's like,
Yes.
I think after about the 4th death, you'll go, okay, enough. I'm going back to retail.
Obviously, it's not even been out a week, so the novelty, I'm sure for a lot of people possibly could be, that the queues will come down and people will trickle or flood back to retail at some stage. But it's at least it's an option, for some people, and it's a lot of nostalgia for some of us, and some of it's good, some of it's a bit like, oh dear lord, I miss Looting. Loot
Whoa,
everything.
what do you mean? I gotta go. I have to click each one.
Every single
Really?
one. Every single
See,
one.
all it's all that stuff where I like hearing about it.
Yeah.
And I'm just not experiencing the frustration. I'm hearing about it. I'm like, wow, that's entertaining.
And that's okay. That's okay. Exactly. But I mean, I must admit, I'm having an absolute ball to, to feel like you stripped right back down on a tune and to see, the world, what it was or what it used to be, is really cool. I must admit, when I logged in and did my normal Leeta over there on Bloodsail, I cried when the cinematic started because I had forgotten at that point of when they start talking about you're undead, and as the camera's zooming, and I've got chills because I'm watching the cinematic and I'm just like, oh, that's right. And then of course it's coming up to the crypt and it goes straight through the crypt and you go downstairs and that's where you start, is in the crypt. And it's not that I'd forgotten that. I hadn't forgotten. I just had forgotten the cinematic was gonna take to that, and I cried because that was the point that I loved about Death Null. I don't like Death Null and the fact that I'm coming to be in a coffin and then pop up from a coffin outside. I love the fact that we were back in the crypt, and it was kind of like, yeah, I'm home, because that for me was a very specific memory from starting Leeta 15 plus years ago. So I cried. I sat there and I had, little tears because I was so excited. I was like, oh yes, it's very exciting. So
I don't know about your what I've seen is the local chat has been hilarious. You got all these players, new players, plus all the legacy players who are playing, and they're just funnier than hell. They're talking about, hey, the world tree's not on fire, and just and it just goes downhill from there. And it's just people whining about where's their chauffeur, and just on and on. But they're polite too, so it's been kind of fun.
It's actually been like, I still turn trade chat off, but some of the general I've not been paying attention to it. It's been, sometimes you'll catch stuff and just be like, oh, like really clever. Like some people have been really clever in what they're doing and playing with the tunes, and other people are still being dicks, which you're going to get that everywhere, but I'm not paying that much attention to. So I kind of can't wait to get back over to the Barons when the girls are high enough to see how Baron's chat is, because I do miss that. I do miss all the Chuck Norris jokes. There was some people back on the server a very long time ago who were really very, very clever with their Chuck Norris jokes in the Barons. So yeah, it's going to be interesting. Anyway, okay, let's get on to some news. So I think we might get, how about Ster? Do you want to do a little news bumpery thing for me? Because my bumper's not working, so.
Dun 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 dun. News in the world of Warcraft. Ba-da-dum.
I love it.
Yeah.
That's awesome. Hang on, I might have to clip that one. What time we at? Let me have a look.
Wait.
There we go. Thanks, Ster. That's right. And you know what? I'm so disappointed because I had a really good one for the next one, and no one's get. You know what? I might share with you boys because no one else is going to hear it. Anyway, news. So as we've been talking about, WoW Classic is live, which is fantastic for those people that want to play it. Absolutely, go for it. We have got hills. We've got hills, guys. We have got guilds on both Horde and Alliance side on Bloodsail Buccaneers, as well as we have got Alliance side guild over on Hydraxian Waterlords on the EU. So Bloodsail is US and Hydraxian Waterlords is the EU server. Don't forget that there is a classic basic rules up on the website. Will be subject to change. As of yet, we still are not, do not have any API access, and we are not sure if that's coming through. Blizzard is not being forthcoming, as in, hey, everyone's going to get it. I suppose they're testing things and they've got to find out if it's viable. So at the moment we can't track it. If you're going to run an iron or do a blood or any of that, like take a challenge and pop into classic to do it, just be aware that if we do get API access, there will be rules to follow from there, and any rules may be subject to change depending on what Blizzard gives us, and we have to wait and see. As I said, I am doing a Bloodthirsty, and the Bloodthirsty, I've based it off of the grinder rules from a very long time ago, Five. I think you were the one that pushed for Bloodthirsty all those years ago, yeah?
Yep. Yeah, during Panda.
Mm-hmm. So 2015, it went live.
I had the first 5 seed characters, one of which is actually still alive.
Mm-hmm. Oh, wow. Oh, that's fantastic. I love it. Very, very cool. And, Fair's going to be starting a Passy. It's going to be a very long-term project for a Passy, because Passy's gonna be real hard. Yes, we know you're insane, but we love you, Fair. So good luck. So again,
Yeah, good luck. I have no idea how that even works.
Mm-hmm. Yep. She is a very, Five, I think you are patient, but I tell you what, Fair is she is very, very, very patient person. I'm amazed. So yeah, she is very patient. So we will see, and she's going to let us know how she goes on her little journey for the pacifist. So super excited to see how it goes. But again, there's we can't put anything up on the website for lists and anything like that, because there is none of that at the moment, guys. So sit tight. We have to find out if Blizzard is going to be giving API access, and that is the big thing. So fingers crossed that we will hopefully have some answers soon, is all I can say. The game hasn't even been out a week, so there might be things that Blizzard need to put into place time wise to see how the game's running and all of that before possibly they do release it. And if they don't release it, then that becomes a personal challenge, and it's up to you whether you're going to try it or not. So we'll have guidelines, regardless, rules and the guidelines, and whether you want to take that to go and do it. As I said, I've started the Bloodthirsty because I want to see what I can do for it as of now, and kind of playing to what rules that we will do. But again, it's just a matter of seeing how things play out. So, please, fingers crossed that Blizzard will allow for the API access.
Sure. Yeah. And in the interim, the rules, people. So just follow them like you would, and we'll try to get there.
We'll track it later.
Just strip it back. Like, if in doubt, then just strip it right back to as basic as you can go, and until further notice. So we will see how it goes. Okay, so that's classic, and for everyone who has helped in getting all of the guilds created, thank you so much, because it's been a massive team effort. So thank you to everyone. We do really appreciate that. All right, now I had to let you know that there is a new merchandising. I had to take over merchandise and make a new merchandising store. I've spent some fun. So the old one is gone. I've got the new Spreadshirt .com store for WoW challenges. Bear with me as I get my head around it all, but currently there is a 15% off. Hang on, let me just make this a bit bigger for opening the store up until you can get 15% off if you are going to buy anything up, and I think it's for the first 2 weeks.
Yep, 13 days.
13 days left. So yeah, so if you want, again, all it does is a little percentage of anything that you buy goes to help support the website, and that's it. That's all it is. But you can get hats, you can get mugs, you can get shirts, hoodies, there's all sorts of things there. So
Baby bibs?
I know there's some baby stuff. I can't remember if there was bibs. There's like 129 products. there's a fair few products. So yeah.
Awesome.
So if you want to check it out, pop over there. All right, now the only other thing that I wanted to mention in the news is apparently Darkmoon Faire is now back on the calendar in game. However, it is showing Darkmoon Faire to start on the 8th of September, not the 1st. So we will see. So normally Darkmoon Faire for me would start on the Sunday, which would be tonight. So we will see if it is there, or whether Blizzard has changed the dates, or whether they've just mucked it up and not realized. So Darkmoon Faire.
I think it's a minor anomaly with having July and August having 2 consecutive months with 31 days, and it just throws the calendar off a bit with the way it lands.
Yeah, and possibly they, maybe it got pushed back because of Classic, or who knows, but it is back on the calendar, so at least that's something that's good for those challenge tunes, obviously, that people like to utilize Darkmoon Faire for. So right, okay, so let's look at the state of the challenges, guys. Let's do this. So, Five, can I get you to go through the irons for me, please?
You got it. For the irons, number 10 is Iron Powers at 46. Got number 9, Para Word at level 50. Number 8 is Iron Pathos at level 50. Number 7 is Desperados at level 60 RIP. Number 6 is Enarian at level 64. Number 5 is Periton RIP at level 69.
Ow.
Yeah.
What happened? Oh, okay. Damn.
And number 4 is Cargus at 6. Also at 69. Number 3 is Soulfu at level 70. Number 2 is our co-host Imposter at level 118. And number 1 is Camacho Jr. at level 119. Almost there.
Nice. I'm not sure. Apparently Chris says lost today at Blade's Edge. Oh, Periton. Damn. So sorry. But he made 50 Rip. On his. So Para Word is his priest from the contest. So well done. But we lost a couple. So yeah, commiserations, people. Alrighty. Bloods, Ster. Who have we got, please?
Sure. And I want to thank all the Bloods for creating names that are pronounceable. So thank you. Let's make this a trend. Okay. At number 10, Blood Trap 2 at 36. Number 9, 5 Chesty. That's you, isn't it? At 39. Renewed Soul at 44. At number 7, Blood Rager at 47. Blood Leeta, our host, at 52. Woo.
Kobe like
Gore, yeah. Gore Crazed at 60.
Mm-hmm.
At number 4, Soul Fist, Nisi, 66. Zaya Berra at 67. At number 2, Soul Snuffer at 85. And at number 1 on the blood list, Soul Stoned at 95.
Nice.
Well done, guys.
Well
Way to go.
done. All right. And Kobe agrees. Pacifists, A5. Go for it.
All right. First time being cross-listed on 2 lists. Number 10 is 5 Chesty again at level 39.
Nice.
Number 9 is Passivol at level 54. Number 8 is Hazelnut at level 61. Number 7 is Ferala at level 67. Number 6 is 5 Piggledy at level 71.
Nice.
Number 5 is Passive 12 at level 73. Number 4 is Passilita at 88. Then number 3 is Passive Fist at level 88 also.
Go, Chris.
Good pairing on those guys.
Mm-hmm.
And it's fun to go along together.
Yeah.
And number 2 is Ferroflora at 91. And at the top of the Pacifist is number 1, Herminator at level 112.
Nice. Well
Yeah.
done. Look at those passies, hey? No deaths this week. I love that hazelnut. Don't you just love that? What a great name for a pacifist. Fantastic.
That is a good one.
Yeah.
That is a good name.
And if you were to throw some chocolate into that, it would just be perfect. It would
I know.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
choc hazelnut. Yeah. Good
Yeah.
name. Good name.
Yeah.
All right,
Okay.
Ster, go for it.
10s at number 4, Iron Nox at level 12. At number 3, we have Pallid Infi at 15.
Mm-hmm.
You got monked at number 16. You know, there's a story there because when you get monked, you don't forget it.
Mm-hmm.
And we want to hear the story. And at number 1, Cray Estes at 25.
Mm-hmm. Yes. Tins, not too many tins this week. I was like, interesting. All right, greens 5. Go for it.
For the greens list, at number 10, we've got Hoopty at level 26. Number 9 is Greenpeace at level 30. Number 8 is El Brujo at level 38, RIP. We've got number 7 is Greeny Gaga at level 58. Number 6 is Eva Green at level 60.
Mm-hmm.
Number 5 is Sky Green at 62. Number 4 is Zaya Gurmal, level 78, RIP. Sorry, Zaya.
Zaya.
Ouch.
Ouch.
Number 3 is Jang Green at 83.
Mm-hmm.
Number 2, another RIP. We've got Farah Shami, RIP at level 97, green. That is rough.
Yep.
And number 1 is Farah Verde at level 102.
Nice. Look at the greens going. I tell you what, they have been busy, but damn those deaths. Sorry, guys. Wow. Okay, working man, go for it, Ster.
I'm still, well, that Verde, where'd that come from? Anyway, Hoopty at number 9 of Working Man is at level 15. Janataka is at level 16. At number 7 is Green Working Man at level 19. Arbiterin is at level 22. At number 5, Working Dream, 30. Oh, but died. Oh, sorry about that. But keeping you company is K. Rin at 34, also died.
Yeah.
Yeah. At number 3, 95 is at level 35. Effortless is at level 37. And at number 1, Fair Stella is at 44.
Fair's been busy. Go Fair. Well done.
Yeah,
And
Fair,
I
what you
love
want?
effortless as a name for a working man. That is hilarious.
Yeah, truth in advertising.
I know it makes me laugh every time I see it. It's an awesome name. God, some people come up with really good names. Well done, guys. All right, I'm going to hand this over to you, Five. Can you do the teams for me, please?
I can try.
Okay.
We've got Iron Teams. At number 3 is EU and Zenovi
Sure.
at level 33. Number 2 is Team Puppet Rides Again at level 67. And right up with them is number 1 at Light and Lightning, also at level 67.
Well done. Nice.
Then we've got the Blood Teams, and this is all Taco and me right now. And that's number 2, Injure Face at level 35. And number 1 is Grade D but Edible at level 40.
Nice. Well done. Thank you.
Woohoo! And for green teams, we've only got one, and that is in first place, Mismatched at level 60.
Well done. That's good to see that they Sephi and their partner is still going along, going good guns over there with the green team. So
That's a handful of teams over 60. It gets a bit harder as a team like that.
Yeah.
Ster, you think things really speed up, but as a team, I think it slows down.
Oh, really?
And
Yeah.
I'm guessing most of these are actually 2-person teams. I'm not sure how the multiple teams that might have 3, 4, or 5 people. I think there was a couple.
Beyond the scheduling difficulty,
Yeah.
there's also just the mere increase of chances of little things that can flag one person and fail the whole team. Don't jump, John.
Yeah. Speaking of teams, we need to sort something out with Nisi and Stone too. We need to get back to our 4-person team at some stage.
So does the team slow down occur because of Taco, perchance?
Oh no. Taco doesn't slow me down at all.
I was gonna say Taco would be like
she keeps
kill.
She keeps up with me by riding on my back.
Nice.
When I'm a sandstone drake, and she uses the corgi goggles and turns me into a corgi, and then she jumps on my back and she's riding a corgi around. It's awesome.
Nice.
She doesn't have to steer.
That's true. Oh, alrighty. Okay. 5. Do you want to have a go at the chit chat bumper?
I sure do.
All right.
I'm gonna take one from 300 here. This is chit chat.
Pretty good.
Nice. Alrighty, that's fantastic. You guys are. I ended up getting Zortz's from last week, but you guys can't hear it, so I've got it in. I've done everything Zortz. It's right there. It's over on my stuff, but I can't figure how to get used to hear it because now nothing wants to hear through it. So I'll have to spend more time trying to figure that out. But anyway, we will look at that. For the moment, you know what? You guys can do it. So if you're coming on, be prepared.
We'll eventually unbugger it.
It's audio is not my forte. It really isn't. There is a lot of. It's just anyway. Doesn't matter. All right, 5. This is for you because you're the guest, and as
it is my honor.
It is your
to
honor.
Read a pun from Azzy.
Excellent.
What do you call A parade of rabbits hopping backwards. A receding hairline.
That's
Cute.
cute. That's cute. Thank you, Azzy.
That's pretty good.
That is pretty good.
Uh-huh.
Nice. Okay.
All right. The next one is from 5. Yeah, we're going to blame you. All right.
That's
For you
all right.
For you Star Trek fans, Commander Spock has pointy ears as a Vulcan. Did you know he actually has 3 ears? The left ear, the right ear, and the final front ear. Frontier. Yeah. Okay.
Oh, that's cute. That's cute.
All right.
Thanks, Five.
But I've got one too. I'll
Okay.
throw one out there.
All right.
I just got to let everybody know that I really did. I had a happy childhood. You know, my dad and he would put me inside a tire and he would roll me down a hill. Those were the good years.
That's a bit of workup, but the Lord is there.
It's cute.
Okay.
It is cute. It is cute, and we do have good years here in Australia. So I completely get that. Very cute, boys. I must admit, all 3. Yeah, nice. All right, okay, let's take a question. So we've got one from Space Monkey. Can I get you to do that one for me, 5, please?
I am happy to do this one. Are we allowed to choose what spec we are, or is it the only the one we are given on Iron Man? The answer to that is you can change your spec anytime you want.
Exactly.
Wow.
Exactly.
Mind blown.
Mind blown. Yeah.
It just go to an inn
Mm-hmm.
and choose. I'm not a shadow priest. I'm a disc priest. Woo! And run around crazy, and then go back to the inn and go. I don't like disc. I'm a shadow priest, and then go.
Yep. That's right. That's an option, obviously, for retail.
Yes, for retail.
Different in classic. And you know what? Maybe we should explain it now, because some people
Okay.
got some people
it's
got a
getting
little
confusing.
bit confused as to what specs are in classic, because there is
In
no
classic,
spec.
in classic, you're spending the talent points into a
Tree.
specialization tree
Mm,
instead of choosing a spec that limits you.
that's
All
right.
the same, in classic, you cannot spend your talents, and therefore you don't get any of it.
That's right. That's what it is.
Which translates to you don't pick a spec
Mm-hmm.
in classic.
That's
You
right.
just
Right.
you buy spells.
Buy spells.
So
Mm-hmm.
yep, buy spells.
Don't put in talents, as
Yes.
he found out, I think, a couple of days ago. So yeah, talents is the thing. Don't use your talent points. Just ignore them. But you can certainly buy your class things. Same with pets. If you've got pets and it says, oh, we can put pet talents in, no. But you can buy your spells and you can buy your pet spells. That is correct. So yeah, so if you want to play a BM hunter in classic, there's no such thing as a BM hunter in classic for a challenge tune. Okay? You're a hunter because you're not using talents, so you don't put any talents into a tree of specialization. Okay? So I hope that clarifies a couple of things. Yeah, specifications, not specs for classics. Yeah. So don't use talent points. Don't use talent points. That's it. Buy your spells. That's fine. Okay, I think we've covered it, boys. I think
we're going to have further confusion in the future with every question. Does this apply this way, and does it apply that way on classic?
Yeah.
That's going to be fun to keep up with. Yay!
Yes. Obviously, it's getting stripped back to right before before Challenge Tunes was around, because Challenge Tunes started in 2012? Am I guessing 2012? That seems about right, doesn't it?
About that.
Yeah. So
11 or 12,
mm.
I think.
Oh my lord, it's been around that long? Holy hell. Okay. All right, interesting.
Yeah,
now,
I think I've been playing challenges longer than I played normal.
wow. Okay. Interesting. Stats. Yeah. Let's not think about that for the moment. All right. So this was from Nisi that I put in. So Tiber had asked about Darkmoon Fair in the Blizzard Watch Q column, and the response was it was definitely a bug in the in-game calendar, which now it is showing up as being in the in-game character, which I mentioned earlier. However, it is showing that it's starting on the 8th, which is next week, not starting well, for me, it'll start tonight if it was normal. So we will have to see exactly what day it's going to kick off, whether it is also a bug and they didn't realize that they've pushed it back an extra week. So we'll wait and see. But Darkmoon Fair is definitely up showing, so that's something that's good. All right, spells come from different specializations which you can buy, but you cannot put in points into the talent tree, as Nisi says. Yep. So things like if I want a shorter cooldown for corruption on my warlock, I have to put talent points into the tree. As a challenge toon, it's not going to happen. So I'm going to be stuck with my, 3-second cast or whatever it is for corruption until I hit 60. So yeah, just, things are doable as per se, but just be mindful and remember the little bits. Big thing, talent points, no talent points. But everything kind of else is still the same. No greens, no elixirs and all of that. But as I said, there is classic iron basic rules up there for the moment, and so give it a go if you're playing classic and want to try something a little bit different, and yeah, we'll go from there.
A whole lot different.
Whole lot different, yes. Well, you know what? No, it just feels like playing classic feels like playing a challenge zone. Even on my normal, it just feels like I'm playing a challenge zone. So I'm kind of okay with that because that's what I do. So I'm kind of like, yeah, I get to see all this other stuff as well, but it's very, very cool. Trial of Style, as Nisi also mentioned, yes, no Trial of Style, people. I think it's normally Trial of Style goes for how many days?
I think it's going till Tuesday.
It's normally a couple, yeah. So
like 3 days.
So definitely no Trial of Style for irons, etc. Monday or Tuesday. Okay, Shankmaster says, I like how all the white gear is the same. Only the place you buy it is different. That's true. Fair.
There is a little bit of white gear that looks different. There's two sets of level 45 mail. One is gold looking, and it's sold in Eastern Plaguelands, and the other one is more metal chain looking, and it's the Grunt's armor, and I think it's sold in Orgrimmar.
Okay. Good to know. Good to know.
Very minor options.
Yeah, exactly. Well, look, it is nice to have options if you're able to, so absolutely. And don't forget treasure chests. Yes, Ster, thank you. Treasure chests are good. I must admit, there is no XP on a treasure chest, so I picked up one on the Bloodthirsty. I was down at the mine, and I could see people running past me, and I've just killed a kobold, and I see the treasure chest, and I'm like, nobody's getting the treasure chest. I'm going for the treasure chest. So I go over and I loot it. And of course I've gone, oh, that's right. There's no XP. Damn. But you know what? I've got 2 leather pieces that I can vendor and get some copper. Yay! So
Yeah. And these treasure chests will spawn right in front of you, and you're like, well, that wasn't there a second ago, and now it is. Well, I'm taking it.
yep.
You
First
clowns over there deal with the mob. I'm going to go for the treasure chest.
First in, first served. Shankmaster says rares give same XP as a normal mob. There we go.
That is harsh.
I haven't even looked at rares on. I don't know. I do lie. Sorry, we did kill one over in Tirisful Glades, but I was grouped up, so I wasn't really paying that much attention. But yeah, the few I got were about double. The spider in the mine in Elwyn gave 100 and the others gave 46, Taco says. Maybe it was higher level, like upper extra level, maybe, so it was a bit more, possibly. I don't know.
Yeah, because there's level differences now. Everything
Exactly.
doesn't scale, so every target is its own target.
That's right. And mob targeting's fun. No shared is it's not. It is kind of nice. It's kind of nice. It's like, it's my XP. It's all mine. Don't you touch my mob. So yeah, it's nice to be a little bit selfish for a change. Yes.
So remember how Fur would say, if you can't root it, don't shoot it. Well, in Classic, the mobs, the colors, they're important now. Everything was yellow in retail. If it's orange or red, you'll end up dead. So pay attention to mob colors.
Oh yeah, exactly. Clicking off all the buffs is the hardest part of the challenge. I know, it's, it is really sweet. Everyone is being, on the whole, is being really lovely and being like, here, have a buff, here, have a buff, here, have a buff. But it's actually the only time I'm kind of on the challenge soon that I'm like, no, thank you. And I just go, thank you. Click off. Thank you. I don't want it. Click off. So, yeah. All right. Anyway, we could talk about Classic all day. Let's not do that. So what we might do is round off with some thank yous and wrap this show up. So, Ster, I leave the wonderful duty to you, please.
I'm sitting here looking at the list, and one, I'm overwhelmed at so many people who are helping support this effort, the Iron Elite, and your support is tremendously appreciated by both Leeta and myself. It's amazing how much it takes to run the sites, the servers, and all the different engines that keep things running. So a big thank you. And I'm going to go quick. If I butcher your name, sorry about that. That's just the way it is. Here we go. Two Shanks, Aleandris from Dungeon Fables and All Things Azeroth, Essie, Chupa, Crash Landing, Dave the Hunter, Dino Twitch, Execute, LB, Fur, Fiveiron, Frasley from Frazzlecast, Gazton, Grand Nagus, Grim, Introvert Genius, Chris. Thank you, Chris. Lila, Lyson, Mrs. Rock Guru, Never Died, Nisi, Canada, Onyx Hammer, Periton, myself, Stone, Swing Cat, Tylena, Tiber, aka Tiber, Toasty, Tully, Turwinkle, Two Frog, Omenia, Unmythal,
Umythal.
Okay. What she said. Winima, Zaya, and Zorts. Ta-da!
Nice. Thank you. Sorry, I knew there was something I forgot to do, and when I'm looking at it, I'm going, that list looks wrong. And then I was like, oh, okay, I know what I forgot to
You,
do.
sh-
Oh.
what you should have said, oops, the audio went out. You need to do it again. Ha. Ha.
Oh, it's all good. But again, as Ster said, we do truly thank you guys for supporting. Where you can, it does help to run the server and make these things possible. So thank you. All right, from myself and Ster as well, we want to thank all our wonderful mods for the amazing jobs that you guys do to help us. We really do appreciate it. So, thank you to Awesome Trousers, Boz, Fair, Chris, Nisi, Zaya, and Zorts. So that is from Ster and me to you. Thank you, guys. Also, Ster and I want to say thank you to Alminia for all things that are possible. Thank you for the job that you do. I don't know if he is here, but if he is, we always like to say a big thank you, because he is our coding god now. So thank you for what you do, Alminia. And again,
He's doing a great job.
He is.
Yeah.
We appreciate it. And also want to say thank you to everyone in the chat room for hanging around and for putting up with the shenanigans and all of those amazing things. And Miss Midgie just subscribed. Thank you, sweetheart. That is super, super amazing. She is a fantastic friend, and it's lovely to have your support with this. So thank you so much. Other than that, chat room, thank you for everyone being here. Sorry about the shenanigans to start the show off. Anyway, it's not a show without Leeta screwing something up. So we will look at, I think we might look at just doing it this way from now on. So yeah, it seems to be running easier. If I can just get the bumpers to work, that's the next thing. So thank you. All right, so we will be back next week, which will be Saturday, September the 7th at 7 p.m. Eastern Time. We will be having Layla will be joining us next week. Super excited to talk to that fabulous lady. So looking forward to that.
Should be fun.
It will be fun. Absolutely. And catch up and see what Chapman's been up to too, because he's an awesome puppy dog and I love him. All right, Five. Thank you so much for coming and joining us today. We do really appreciate it. So if you want to tell everyone where you are, tell us where we can find you and all those kinds of good stuff.
You can find me on Discord at Fiveiron pound 2575. I'm Fiveiron. I'm almost always logged in. I'm almost always do not disturb or away or whatnot. But I'm there. You can leave me messages.
Excellent. Well, thank you very much for that. We do appreciate that. And don't forget, where you can find all of the information for all of the things is pop over to wowchallenges.com. There is information for the Discord server, as well as Facebook, Twitch, Twitter, and the YouTube channels. If you want to listen to the episode, then you can pop over to Google Play, iTunes, Spotify, or Stitcher Radio, where you can download the episode from there. And don't forget, if you've got a question, if you've got a tip or a trick or a pun, a joke, or any of those things, please send an email to podcast@wowchallenges.com. All right, Ster, my partner, my partner in crime as such.
Yes.
Where can we find you?
Well, you can find me jumping back and forth in Wormrest Accord in retail or on classic Bloodsail Buccaneers. And you'll also find me lurking in Discord. Just look for Ster. And by the way, tonight's show, this podcast, for all of you who have tuned into this, you now have been granted a +1 in statistics. So thank you, Five, for bringing us that bonus attribute.
Nice. A +1. There you go.
Excellent.
Everyone's got I wish I could just send out and just be like, everyone has a little +1 that, you know, can pop up above their head. That would be awesome. So there you go. Thank you. All right, and don't forget where you can find me if you want to find me. There's all sorts of shenanigans over on Twitter at Leeta Wow, which is LEETAWOW, as well as check out Adventures in Azeroth and Behind the Avatar is the other shows. Ster, can you do the last lot of thank yous, please, for me?
Sure. Well, as with each show, we are so grateful for the intro from Marconin. He can be found at Marconin Wow, and also on Twitter at Marconin Wow. And because it is a really good intro and fun to listen to. When you hear that tune, you can be in the other room and go, "Oh, I got to go. Podcast is on." So it's like your favorite show. You hear the tune, and you know. Mm-hmm. And a big thanks to Epic Insanity for our outro. And he can be found at @epic_insanity. And you can also find him on Twitter and Frozen Nerds and BlizzCon podcasts. So
yes,
thanks to both the gents.
Yes, and I must admit I have got a new intro coming. Marconin is doing a slightly very variant one, just to update with all the current changes that we've had. So the music will be the same, so don't stress. I'm like, no, just keep the music the same. So it is coming.
Iron Man and Passy and
yes,
Floods and Working Man and Greens and Tents.
I don't know if he's gonna have all that. We will see. We just the music's the main thing. All right. Other than that, guys, I think we're done. I think we can wrap it up. We've done everything.
2 hours. Yeah.
Yeah, well, don't forget I screwed up for about the first 20, so anyway, we got there. So say goodbye, guys.
It's all good.
Say goodbye. Take it.
Goodbye.
Take
Great
care.
show. Bye-bye.
Have a good one, guys. Bye.
Don't die.
Rule number 1. All right, see yous.
The WoW Challenges podcast is a World of Warcraft gaming podcast. Produced by Stone and Leeta, copyright 2019. Portions of this podcast belong entirely to Blizzard Entertainment. The music used for the show belongs to Kevin MacLeod, and you can find his great stuff at incomputech.com. No copyright infringement is intended.
All right, that'll do. Because I edit that anyway. All right, boys. 5. Show title. Okay, Zord says too much math. Nisi says statastic, not statistic. Statastic. 5 stats. That's what I reckon. 1 word. Named after your tune, like it's your tune. 5 stats.
Counting with 5.
Counting with 5. I like it. That's good.
Yeah,
all right.
That's cute.
All right. That's the one you want? Counting?
I don't know.
What would you like?
I'm not decided.
Okay. You've got 4 to choose from, I think. So your call. Whichever one you would like.
4?
So there's Statastic, too much math from Zorts. I reckon 5 stats. And what was the other one? Counting with 5.
Let's go with Statastic.
All right. Statastic.
Or a show quote would be, as you can see, I'm missing some data. So that would be a cute show title.
A little.
Nice.
Or there's always time to mess it up.
Oh, so many.
It's the things you remember. Is that what you remember? That I'm missing data? Yes.
Yes, it's very obvious. there's a very nice curve, and then it's not. It
Oh.
looks wrong.
It was very cool. Hang on, I'll put it back up. Look, I can do it again. Yay! There it is. Chart, graph chart, graph chart, by graph chart, and it's gone.
And by the way, I
that
did
right.
not mention that the entire spreadsheet that chart is based on is available in the forums. I wrote that. I wrote that after my first appearance.
Yep.
And now it's down to the second page. But I attached an open office format, a LibreOffice. And you can open that in Google Docs and whatnot if you like.
Oh, okay.
I'm guessing three downloads so far.
I don't know. At least 2 of them were from me.
I'm kidding.
Kobe, nobody's here.
It had a lot of information there, but that's where I track it, and that's where I got the trick from.
Nice. We might put the link in for the show notes, and put up on the website too. For that, then to the forums post. Yeah.
Yeah, just to that forum post. That's easy.
Okay. All right. If you can put that in for me, that would be good.
It's called numbers. Yeah, I'll find that.
Okay. Sweet. I'm in here. Shush. I'll get to you in a minute. All right, so boys, say goodbye. We're going chat room. Bye. Have a good, safe week. All of that. Have fun. All of that fantastic stuff, guys.
Bye, everybody.
Bye.
Nice.
It's been real.